The fuck? Where the fuck this at? Damn. It's too damn hot to be out there doing that shit. It's too hot. Way too hot. Okay, so this happened in Polk County, according to Sheriff Grady Judd. Florida get-together turns into a riot. What the fuck? You can't. This is what happens when you get too many honkies together. Damn. What happened to the audio?
Back here for you on live now.
Wait. Damn. Fuck, this fucking computer. Go ahead. Look at my boy right there with a, I seen Bravo posted a Dirt Nasty video. I got my gold chain. Look at him right there with the donkey chain. You should have took that off and just started knocking bitches with it. But I digress. YouTube terms of service. Go ahead. Damn.
And we're back here for you on live now from Fox. I'm your host, Mike Pace. Thanks again for joining us. Next up, let's go out to Polk County, Florida. Sheriff Grady Judd giving an update. Over the weekend, there was a party that got out of hand, and now police...
We see that. Go ahead.
Saying that you turned into a riot, and they have video from that party that went terribly wrong really fast. Let's bring it to you here on Live Now from Fox.
Problem that we have done everything in the world we could.
Okay, so this sheriff here, for those that may not know, fuck around and find out with this one. No. If you're doing anything crazy and you're in Florida, take the extra 2 hours to drive around Polk County. Motherfucker, don't play. Go ahead, Grady Judd.
To correct. We started out with education. In addition to education, we tried to be friendly. We tried to coach. We tried to counsel. We pled. We begged. We did everything we could in order to get people to comply on the lakes, on the chain of lakes, and specifically Lake Winterset, and even more specifically in the area they call the Point.
What's that? Winter Haven, I think. The chain of lakes and shit, I think.
We realize you go out on the boat to have fun.
Right.
We realize you go out to be with your family. But there's a few people who do things that's so outrageous that it shocks the community. And let me give you some examples of conduct that we saw prior to just this weekend. And at one point in time, I did a video or a piece and showed a picture of someone defecating in someone's yard. And I got all of this, but they were in the bushes and all that. You're in somebody's backyard going to the bathroom.
Right, can't do that.
And then we've got these pictures. Okay. Now, I don't know if he's saying, hey, let me help you out of the tree. The private property sign, I guess they thought that was only for the bird. Maybe you should say, hello, Mom, what do you think? Or this is up close and personal. Or what about this? What are you doing? You playing hide and seek?
Yes.
That's interesting. Or maybe she's...
And this is on the news.
Saying, but she's whispering it to him real quiet like. You know what I'm saying? So this conduct is happening in the middle of the afternoon in people's backyards where they're trespassing, or on a boat where she's standing in the water adjacent to people's homes, where there are people who are trying to enjoy their own life, where there are people with children, and this kind of sexual activity is happening in the public. So we've tried to work with people, but the game's over. And I'll tell you why the game's over. I want to show you this sign. What we're going to talk about today happened on a lot where we have at least 15 of these signs. It's in a area of a vacant lot where they pull up to staying in the water, where there's a loophole. As long as their feet are in the water, they can be at your back door. But then they get up onto people's property. You see, this sign says, by order of the sheriff. This is not a suggestion. So a week ago, we received a 911 call where there were a group of individuals, wants to be, again, being raucous and out of control and fighting. By the time the deputy...
Right, you can't be... A lot of people own waterfront property in Florida, on lakes, beach, whatever. If you're sitting on the edge of their property, as long as your feet's dangling in the water, you're not trespassing, is what he's saying. So you get your ass up on the land and get your feet out of the water because there's gators and shit coming at you. Well, you're trespassing. Stay ass in the water with the gators.
He's arrived. They had fled. Chased down one boat, and there were two people there that said, hey, yeah, a couple of guys had a fight, but it's broken up and it's cool. And they wouldn't cooperate. But our Marine Patrol folks, who are the very best, got into this investigation because they created a significant disturbance once again. So I want to tell everyone, so mom and dad and friends can be very impressed. Here's who we've arrested. Now, let me go over this for you. These groups of people were at one time friends. And apparently back in March, there's a local bar called the El Rodeo Bar where a fight occurred and there were some criminal charges filed. Well, some of the group didn't like the fact that there were criminal charges filed, and we're looking into tampering with evidence. But now, a week ago, these folks kind of ended up at the point. And it started with talking to each other and screaming and hollering at each other.
Wait a minute. Oh, I think I see I think that's Bravo's son on there. Oh, shit. Bravo, is your son on here? Docs.
And then they got to fighting up on the land. Oh, they were fighting. If you can see where part of the scrum occurred, there's one guy laying on the ground, knocked out, between two of our no trespassing signs. So our investigation took us to arrest them. Now we have Tim Gooding here. He's our sucker puncher. You know, he'll run up behind you and knock you out cold. He knocked another person out into the water. In addition to that, this Peyton Ely, who's 19, we charged him by affidavit a couple of months ago when he called up Uber Eats, ordered some beer, and walked through people's yard out to the road to get the beer to go back to the lake. Listen to me, folks. This is long past a joking matter. We've coached, we've pled, we've begged, and once again, you see what we got. A bunch of kids have gone to jail. These guys are 23, 19, 21. Richard's 40. He's way old enough to know better. 22, 21, 21, and 17. Gavin Gooding is Tim Gooding's juvenile brother. So he picked up, in addition to riot, disorderly conduct, affray, into the delinquency of a minor. Nate Land, and once again, all these folks were friends at one time. The bottom line to this is you go, oh, what's the big deal? I want you to think about this. I want you to think that you go home this afternoon or this weekend, and you're in your backyard, and these folks, whether they're in boats or vehicles, pull up to the edge of your property, put on their music to blast, using the F word with your children there, and that goes on all afternoon. And then they roll out in a big mob into your yard and fight. And, you know, if you're not fighting, you can do other things that start with an F, like this in the yard.
Damn.
We're over it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to give you one last warning. Our Marine Patrol people are going to be out there. Some you're going to see, some you're not going to see. But write this down in your little book. We're going to put people in jail this weekend for conduct that we previously tried to warn you about. So go home and get your bond money together right now. You can carry it in your pocket. It'll help you get out of jail quicker. We're going to take you to jail, but also bring enough money, because we're going to tow your truck. We're going to tow your car. We're going to tow your wave runners. We're going to lock y'all up until you figure out that you can't misbehave in the community, that you can't fight, that you can't knock people unconscious. It's over, folks. It's over.
It's over with. It's over. You're not fucking around. Fuck around and
advantage.
Fuck around and find out. Damn. And there's someone's kid right there. That's a shame. Damn. Don't go out there fucking around. You'll find out in Polk County. That's what they say. As you see. As you are. As we will. Goodbye.
You olive oil looking tramp.
Oh, wait a minute. Wrong shit.
And I said she stepped on his mandolin. How is that going after someone's wife?
Whoa,
How did my wife step on my mandolin?